Diane in Denmark here. Guess what time it is? Yeah, it's pum pum time. Rah, rah, rah. We are back for another little installment in our Bahookie Camp. This is week 3 and we're coming to the end of Bahookie Camp. But don't worry, we will be working together as normal next week and doing all our usual stuff. But this Bahookie Camp, let me just put my pom-poms over here. This Bahookie Camp, we have been just improving ourselves, improving our surroundings, just in small ways, just taking small steps. And yesterday I did a little experiment because I asked you to set your timer for 3 minutes, not the golden 15 minutes and not the gold, We set our timer for 3 minutes, or at least, and I know a lot of you did, and go and just identify five things that you could either recycle or put in the rubbish or give away. And if you need any ideas about things that you can declutter, go and look at the comments, because last I checked, I think there were like 60 comments and you'd all found great stuff that even I had kind of forgotten about, and that's been inspiring to me. And the funny thing is that once we start, I said to you just 3 minutes, and a lot of you commented and said, oh yeah, well, I can do 3 minutes. And that's the thing, you do not have to spend 15 minutes on a decluttering session, because I know for a lot of you, and sometimes I feel, I have those weeks where I just kind of feel paralyzed and I can just sit in a chair and look into space, and I know I should be moving, I know I should be doing something, and I just can't get started. But by allowing ourselves to just do 3 minutes, or even just doing 1 minute, you can make a huge change. And yesterday, I know a lot of you first of all maybe panicked, but then the rest of the day you found other stuff. And it was the same for me when I got home yesterday afternoon. I showed you the things that I decluttered, and then the rest of the day I thought, oh yeah, I can let go of these, and oh gosh, that needs to go out. And just that very fact of starting just with, we only did 3 minutes, it really sets the ball rolling. And I know that is really difficult for a lot of us. And today I wanted to talk about going around in circles, and also another way that we can declutter without, having this mindset of having to do 15 minutes or it having to be a chore. Now, the thing about going around in circles is, often we feel like we're going around in circles. And with the Flylady system or the KonMari system, getting things done, Miracle Morning, all these things, we think, oh, I really need to improve things, and we do something. And at least for me, I've decluttered a lot since I started with Flylady 12 years ago. I've decluttered so much, but it is a constant thing. But the thing is, and I don't mean we're going in circles like not knowing what we're doing. I mean that we are going in circles because we declutter some things and we can let them go. And then because we are decluttering, we are better at deciding what things we actually bring into the house, if we're going to, buy that type of thing again, or actually we have like 25 black blouses, as was my thing, or grey woolly jumpers, grey sweaters. We become better at seeing the circles that we're going in. So, first of all, we declutter a bit, and we can't quite let go of the black tops or the grey jumpers, even though we're not wearing them all. But then, because we've decluttered a bit, the next time we're tempted to buy one of those items, we think, well, actually, I have quite a lot of those at home. And then it kind of comes around again that you decide, well, I'm actually not wearing those things. Can I let those go? So we get, as Flylady Marla often says, it's like the layers of an onion. we're just kind of peeling things back all the time. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. And so we're kind of going around in circles. And the circle is a good thing because we declutter. We see what we've got, what we're not using, maybe give it away, and then the next time we are tempted to bring something home, you know, buy something or bring something home, it actually makes us stop and think, you know, do we actually want to give space to this item in our home? And if we bring it home, we're thinking, well, where do I put it? And then you have to make space for the thing, so maybe you can declutter it something else. And this thing about going in circles, it struck me last night because yesterday I showed you the items that I decluttered, you know, in the 3 minutes. And one of them was from my kitchen drawer here. And of course now it's in the bin, so I can't show you. But it was a plastic syringe that had come with medicine, and I had cleaned it out, popped it in the drawer thinking, well, I can fill it up with icing and decorate a cake. And of course, that never happened because I've got other stuff for decorating cakes. Anyway, last night we were out at a fancy restaurant, a fancy Thai restaurant in Copenhagen for my husband's birthday. And it's a beautiful Thai restaurant, and one of their other restaurants has a Michelin star. We've eaten at that one before. I hadn't eaten at this one before, and it's all, you know, it's delicious food, but, you know, a lot of little gimmicks, so that, you know, I had oysters to start with, and when the oysters came, it came on this beautiful golden bowl, and there was dry ice coming out of it, and, you know, I love all this kind of magic special effects. And, you know, then I had frozen red Thai curry soup, which is like a scoop of ice cream, which was frozen red Thai curry. It was delicious. And then it came on this dish, which was made of glass, and inside it was water, and it had been partly frozen. So it came on this frozen, anyway, very, very delicious food, very, very fancy pantsy. And my kids and hubby, they had a type of soup, and when they came with the soup, you know, the staff, you get this kind of empty bowl, and then they pour it in with the special teapots, and they came with, everybody got a syringe. And I was thinking, what's going on here? And inside the syringe, I think it was it soya? Was it soya? No, it was tofu. It was liquid tofu. And what the idea was that you took the little syringe and you squeezed it into your bowl of hot soup, and it became noodles. It was just a fancy little gimmick thing. And then you added, there were little things to go along with it. Anyway, I'll put pictures on Instagram. It's difficult to describe it. Anyway, you know, the kids thought, oh, this is a very fancy and fun thing. And very expensive, of course. All these gimmicks come at a price. Anyway, when they were finished with their little syringes, they were on the table, and I had that feeling of, you know, in the old days, in my old, you know, pre-Flylady, pre-decluttering days, I would have, you know, taken the syringes into my handbag and brought them home because, oh, I could use them for. And I was so proud of myself last night. I thought, no, you know, it was so funny because I had just thrown out that little plastic syringe that I'd been keeping for something. And there, I gave myself a little pat on the back and said, yeah, go me. I wasn't tempted to bring them home with me. So I just wanted to share with you that even though we're just decluttering one small thing, it really helps us, it helps that whole circle process. We're going in circles, we're getting better and better at these things, and it all adds up. You know, it's all part of the process. Anyway, on to today's little challenge for you. You've seen, you know, I've got a lot of video playlists. I mean, I've got the 31 baby steps, and remember, if you are just a new fly baby, don't worry about this Bahookie Camp. It's far too involved, and just do the 31 baby steps. That will get you started. I've got all different playlists, and I've got, you know, playlists on decluttering and cleaning, and, you know, we can do it all together. And I've mentioned lots of different ways we can declutter, but today I've got a challenge for you, a bit like the one that we had yesterday, just 3 minutes. Everybody felt, oh yeah, I can do 3 minutes. Today, when you are in your house or at the office, every time you open a drawer or open a cabinet, open a cupboard, open your wardrobe doors when you're putting away your laundry, there and then think, is there anything, just one item, just one item that you can let go of? And keep a wee note, like if we've got our little notebooks, and I want to talk to you about that in a minute. Just write down, or if you want to play along, write down what it is that you managed to declutter, give away, or put in the recycling. And I'll explain what it is. Like even this morning when I got up, when I was putting the laundry away, my clean laundry, that's part of my daily routine. I look at my outfit for tomorrow. And you saw when I was doing my wardrobe declutter, I've got a whole series on that too. My goodness, I've got so many series I can't even remember them. Anyway, thankfully they're all there. And if you saw my wardrobe series, I did the hanger thing where I, instead of putting my hangers in that way, I put them in that way, and then I can see at a glance which items I'm using and which I'm not using. And Lucy asked me the other day how I was getting on with that. And it's been a real eye-opener, actually, because when I'm choosing my outfit for the next day, I'm trying to go now for the hangers that I haven't used, for the things that I haven't used. And I've been staring at this blouse, and it just doesn't work. And you know me, I love my dotty things, my polka dots. And I've bought a few of those, at thrift stores, at charity stores recently, which are really good ones and work, and you've seen me wearing them quite a lot. And this morning I thought, you know what? No, I'm not going to be wearing this one. So this one is going, I'll check with my daughter if she wants it. I don't think she does, and otherwise it goes to the clothes swap party. So that was just, when I open, my wardrobe door, is there anything that I can let go of? Just one item. It doesn't, I don't have to be doing a, get rid of 30 items and there, 30 bags. So this one I can let go of. And when I was putting on my makeup this morning, no filters here, this, blusher, that's basically finished and I can't scrape any more out. So that's an item that I can let go of. And I've got other blushes. You've seen me when I've been shopping my own closet. I hardly ever buy makeup. I just kind of swap over what I have every month. So that can be let go of. And when I was lighting the candles this morning at breakfast, we always have our candles going. I found this one in the drawer, and it kind of works, but it only works like every second time, and it's just a pain in the backside. So I've put it on my list that I need to get a new one. I've tried filling it up, and this one doesn't really fill up very well. So this is going in the bin. So it kind of works, and it's just a pain. And the other thing was, I did my nails this morning, and I know I need a second coat, and I staved my finger in one of our bins at Christmas. I'm lucky the nail hasn't fallen off, but I know I need 2 coats because I've got this big black mark on it. Anyway, I was doing my nails, and I've got my little basket for nail supplies that I keep in my upstairs in our bedroom, in my roll-away thing. And there and then I could take 2 nail varnishes that just don't work. This one, I don't even know why I got this yellow. It's a weird colour. But that's going to the clothes swap party, and also this little pink one. So just when you're going through your day-to-day, anytime, like at the office, that you open your drawer, maybe there's like 2 wonky paper clips, or a scruffy envelope, or just one item at a time. And the thing about decluttering that way is that it's an easy thing. We're just looking at stuff that we're looking at things with fresh eyes. Is there anything in here that can go? And often the items that you're seeing, they've maybe been lying there for a long time. And now's the time to let go of them. And a lot of you commented yesterday that, you've had those things lying around for ages. Why did you have them lying there? Well, now we're just going to open our eyes, today, every time you open your wardrobe, a cabinet, a drawer, look at, if you're putting something back on a shelf, just have a look. If you're putting some groceries away, look at your canned goods. I had one yesterday. It was some expired evaporated milk. So that went out. So just every time you look at something, just see if there's just one thing, and you'll see how fast you get into the mode of looking at things with new eyes. So anyway, that was your little mission for today. And also, do you remember in week 1 we went through our routines, getting dressed to indoor lace-up shoes, making our getting things done lists of what has to be done today? Is it things that you have to discuss? Is it things that you have to shop online for? Is it things to add to your grocery list? If you've kind of forgotten about those lists, take them out and have a look. I had some great comments that people saw the power of making these lists, because when they actually wrote down that they had some kind of wish, or some band that they wanted to see, or some a play at the theatre that they want to see, it actually made it happen. Like, they discussed with their husband, and actually that show is playing in their town, and they went online and they got the tickets. I told you I had it on my wish list to go back to Japan, and guess what? We're discussing it with my husband, and for my late 50th birthday present, we have booked to go to Japan. So I am absolutely, or as the Danes say, jag kan ikke få armen in the Danes have this fabulous expression of, I can't get my arms down, because they're, like that. So look at those lists, take a wee look. If you've kind of forgotten about it, but in Bahookie Camp week 2, if you kind of forgot about the list thing, go back and revisit it, and let's make things happen, and let's get things done. Right, time for me to get things done, because I've been sitting on my Bahookie for a wee while now. I'm going to put away these items. Have a great day, and I shall see you very soon. Diane in Denmark, signing off from wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen, where it's dark and grey, but it doesn't matter, we've got the candles going and we're all hoogly. Okay, see you very soon, and I'll see you tomorrow, Friday, for the last day of Bahookie Camp, but it's not the end, this is just the beginning. Okay, live long and prosper, may the hygge be with you. Okay, see you soon.